3.
I don't even know what group we were. Group were we?
Barrett,
Oh, is that group 3?
that
Oh,
is, that's you.
I've
Or
already forgotten that. But
Doug?
what struck me is Pat. Maybe you say something, Pat, about that people's
No. Are you
images
finished?
change in ways, you know?
I'm sorry, Barrett, I didn't quite hear that.
Well, Pat gave us our first really good example of just how people's images. She gave an example of people's images changing, and little things can initiate those changes, and that it's hard to, like Zachariah says, that there needs to be some kind of peace and stability for people to really leap into a new way.
Right. Yeah, and we had been talking about you can physically move people to a very different environment, and it transforms them whether they want it to or not. They just are changed. Or sometimes what I was talking about was just a story that radically altered people's image, including me. I had no idea the story was going to do that. Anyway.
Isn't that sort of the pandemic?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
That's
changed.
the physical change?
Mhm.
Yeah, and we had no idea.
Yeah. Good.
You're forced to see in new ways.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yes. You
So I
can't.
guess, yeah, my question is, it's right on. And, you know, what is it that helps you see the new way is basically the question I was trying to get at.
Well, sometimes an event happens in your life, you know.
That's true.
I think part of our experience too is that you have to intentionally structure experiences for people that awaken them.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we called
Yeah.
people to awakenment through RS1, post working with ICA, you know, some of us got into the education system, and we used, you know, our teaching and other mechanisms that we created to awaken students to having to work together in a multilateral way. But it was based on our experience in the ICA with being thrown into situations internationally or in this country working with Native Americans that really transformed our understanding of how you work with people and what it means to be forced over against your own shortcomings and having to step outside of that.
Yeah.
I think one of the problems with the pandemic has been it's been really easy for people to, because of you can create your own bubble of like-minded people. And I think that's what's going to happen is post-pandemic is all of a sudden people are going to start bumping into people on the street or with your next door neighbors where you've been in different bubbles, and now you're going to be confronted with a different reality, a different way of looking at things. And to me, it's the post-pandemic where we're really going to have an awakenment, I think, of as people come out of these shells and start to be forced into different perspectives.
Thank you.
Well, I also think the quality of the bubble is going to be dramatically different globally, but also locally. But globally, it'll be dramatically different country to country. I remember sitting here and realizing that I was sitting here looking at a screen in which I could talk to the world 24/7. I could watch basically every TV and movie program in the universe. And then thinking about my childhood when I had the measles and was in a dark room with a Sears catalog, because that was sort of the whole entertainment available at the moment. And
Okay.
well, that's sort of the world that we have, where we have part of the world which is in these bubbles where you have everything and can dial up and have food delivered. And we have these bubbles in which whatever's in the house is what you got, and you're alone or you're with your family or you're with whatever. Anyway, it's just going to be it's a common uncommon experience.
And habits and patterns are really something that are difficult to break in spite of this whole pandemic. Everything on the news tonight is people just throwing any caution to the wind and going ahead and behaving as though nothing had happened.
This is Ellen. Can somebody let me in on Zoom because
You're
I'm
on.
waiting? Yeah, but I'm not in.
Oh.
So
Your voice is here, but she
we
isn't.
need to hear from,